Well, when FTR came out, my dad's like, "Hey, it's Judas Priest," because remember that's what he said when he was on the pod.
Judas Priest.
That's funny as shit.
That was his callback to when he was on the pod, and that was and then we get Jade Cargill into, and I think this is the thing we'll all be talking about because you all three of you were kind of or fam too were having this conversation in the chat about how this match looked at home.
Right.
To me, it didn't look that bad. I thought Jade looked good. I wasn't impressed by Madison Rayne, but
Madison Rayne stinks.
Yeah, I'd never seen her.
She's bad.
I've never seen her. I don't think I've really seen her wrestle.
I think she's been in like Impact or Ring of Honor, right? Yeah,
Impact. Yeah, she's bad.
I know the name. I just never saw her.
She was trying to do like go behinds and shit. Like, yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was the right match.
That's why. Honestly. So I wasn't really commenting on that part because I was catching up. But yeah, she's not good enough to be. And that's not you know what I mean? I'm not
right.
To be in the ring with Jade Cargill. Like,
well, here's the thing: we saw Serena Deeb have a match on Dark Elevation, and what you said earlier, Cal. Like, if it's Serena Deeb versus Jade Cargill, that's just putting like
Serena was on Elevation.
Like Jade Cargill versus Serena Deeb, that's just a match made in hell for Jade Cargill. Like, she's gonna have to again do all the transitions and keep up with Serena Deeb's technical style, but
she needs a certain type of match
Jade,
right now.
But Jade didn't I didn't see any things that like were botchy or like she didn't look like she was taking her time like in other matches. She kind of looked good, and this was a longer match for her. Like as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like they're giving her some run because as we were talking about in the chat earlier, she doesn't wrestle every week, which is what's hindering her progress in a way. The fact that they don't have live event, the fact that they don't have live events. Yeah, but you need
reps
matches to get better, and putting her on Dark Elevation is like, oh, you're putting the TBS champ on Dark Elevation, but like Thunder Rosa, Toni Storm, and Hikaru Shida were in a 6-woman tag match on Dark Elevation. That was the last match before Dynamite started. And that could be seen like they always try to have a big main event, like you say, Math, on Dark Elevation to people either watch the rest of the show, like to look forward to that. But I mean, Jade Cargill needs to kind of be on that and just face random people to kind of get better. And I mean, she already can execute her offense, but to have a 10-minute match, Cal, you'd use the analogy perfectly, and that's what it was, which is Goldberg versus William Regal, or Steven Regal at the time, and that was a match that exposed Goldberg. I think that was like his 20th match or whatever, and Steven Regal was basically bad. Steven Regal was trying to expose him though in that way, like this guy is just these moves, that's it, like he's not ready. And we're at the point where, I mean, a few months ago some people would say like Jade Cargill's not it, and you can't compare her to the Biancas or the Sashas or even the Charlottes, even because they're similar in stature with only 3 other women are their size and that strong,
right?
But she looked impressive to me last night. I mean,
Jade Cargill is it.
That's the thing. She still got moves off. I mean, she was still able to do the big boot at the end. She was still able to get her shit off. It's just the middle of that match, the back and forth between her and Madison Rayne. It wasn't it.
It wasn't seamless at all.
And the timeline killed that match too. I mean, it doesn't sound like it was that bad live, especially to Drip, but the timeline killed that match.
Yeah.
But I can see that too, because I'm watching. I'm like, oh, it's again, like I'm like, oh, this is really long. But I'm like, oh, we're also probably at commercial breaks right now in one spot. Like, and then when she comes back in and all that, but I'm like, that I thought it had a good ending. And just seeing her in person, you can tell what she's great at and what she still needs work with. But Madison Rayne is the wrong person to judge her solely off of that. Like we've said, I've said it before. The best match she's had is with Thunder Rosa, and ironically, that's been Thunder Rosa's best match all year too, besides the Toni Storm match at Forbidden Door. But Jade Cargill and Athena is the match that I think will really show if Jade Cargill can do this, because Athena's smaller, more agile. Jade Cargill
I don't think that that's around. Yeah, but I don't think that that's in my opinion, I don't think that there's a question whether she can or cannot do this. She just needs more training. That's it. Mm-hmm. She can do it. She's got the star power. She's got the look. She can talk. She can be on TV and you're just enamored in my opinion, when I think of AEW, that's all I think of is her and Mox. I don't think about anybody else.
Damn.
She just needs to get better in the ring. And that
She-
means working out after, not just working out for your looks, but just being in a training setting. You know what I mean? Because when you get on TV, you're exposed. And it felt like she was exposed last night.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mimi. I agree with everything you're saying. I think she might have to lose for that to happen. Yeah.
No, I don't think she has to lose for that to happen. I just think that she needs to just my thing is Athena went there for a reason. She gave all these interviews saying that, they were pushing one type of look at WWE, and, she felt like she wasn't getting her just due. She knows how it feels, right? So my thing is, you have an ability and you have a specific type of talent. You want to change that locker room. If you're going over there and you're kind of like a veteran, she's a veteran in the business. Ruby Riott, all of them. And right now we're talking about one women's roster. Why wouldn't you guys just, and I'm not saying that that's not what they're doing, but I'm just saying, that they're pushing her up. Like, look what Natty's doing. I'm just saying.
But I think the key to that though is, and this is when their age is showing, because Natty's had a while to develop into that consistent stellar performer who's going to elevate whoever she's put in that program with.
Yeah.
AEW barely has.
Their answer to that is Serena Deeb.
But they don't use her like that.
No, but I'm saying, but you would still choose Natty over Serena Deeb. It's that thing where no matter who the women are in AEW, they're the tier below.
I'm talking about I'm talking about ability, showing them how to do something. I'm not necessarily saying Ruby Riott is on the same level as Natty. What I'm saying is Ruby Riott knows how to wrestle. Athena knows how to wrestle. They need to take her into a training setting, like bring her into a ring and show her how to do the moves from the foundation, like Matt was talking about when we were looking at that match with Trisha Dora and MJ Jenkins. It was a foundation match, like the fundamentals of women's wrestling. That's what I think she needs. She needs somebody. She doesn't need a guy. She needs a woman to teach her the fundamentals of women's wrestling. Like break it down,
What you gonna say, man?
The thing, pardon me, I'm sorry. I'm looking for something. I was looking for the hire for who AEW hired for their women's to be their women's coach.
Madison Rayne. It's Madison Rayne.
Which was Madison Rayne.
So
didn't Sarah Del Rey announce that she was leaving WWE just a month or two ago?
I don't
know.
But I think Madison Rayne is. Can we confirm that Madison Rayne was a hire?
No, that's a confirmed.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
How long has Madison Rayne been wrestling? She's been around for a minute, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing I think, because I think
she's been stinking for years.
Well, again, there's a point when Mimi spoke about.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
Because
she debuted in 2005, Madison Rayne.
Because they're veterans in terms of how long they've been performing, but they're not leaders. You could put a Ruby Riott in there with her to teach her the ropes, but Ruby Riott's not going to be the one that's going to. Ruby Riott's not going to be able to Natalia, a Jade Cargill. You know what I mean? Ruby Riott needs somebody to Natalia her. You feel what I'm saying? So they have capable performers. I don't think they have the framework to even pull off some of those moves to elevate a Jade Cargill that way, where she's getting in the reps, she's understanding what it is to be a wrestler from all facets and is able to apply it. The system just isn't there for them right now, unfortunately.
I was saying I think she needs to lose to get her off TV to get those reps and to get her on Dark or something like that to build it back up. But the match that they were building to, Statlander is hurt.
Yeah,
So
that fucks things up. Yeah.
So that fucks a lot of shit up. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that reign if they let Tony, because I think Toni Storm is now the number one ranked woman too. It's weird how they got their rankings.
Well, but she had just lost at Thunder Rosa at Forbidden Door too.
I was going to say
she would be another title shot.
She's been with Thunder Rosa, so it's one of those things where it's even hard to see.
And Thunder Rosa just beat Jamie Hayter, and it's like Jamie Hayter is the other woman to kind of be.
Jamie Hayter is the other Chris Statlander.
Yeah. But they were doing this when Jade Cargill first showed up. But the thing was, once they announced the TBS title and put her in, it's like there was no other person who should have really won that. You hit the like, all right, let's streamline this right now.
They should have signed
Sasha. You threw it off because she would have been getting those reps.
They should have got Sasha.
They ain't got
Sasha would have took it. Sasha would have took her, but I feel like Sasha would have took the star power away from her.
I mean, I think Sasha's the one that lost to Ronda Rousey at the Rumble. I remember that too.
Yeah.
She lost to the rowdy Ronda Rousey. She made her look like $1 million in that match too.
She made it look.
Well, here was the thing where last week, Io Shirai and Dakota Kai show up. Like those are two women that if they went to AEW are 1 and 2 right away.
Right,
leaps and bounds, top of the division.
Right.
Compared to everyone else. And AEW just hasn't caught that break where on the women's side, I mean, no offense to Athena, but Io Shirai is better than Athena and Dakota Kai is better than Athena.
You think so? Dakota Kai?
Yeah. Especially Dakota Kai when she turned heel, stepped it up. Yeah.
When she busted in the selling shit.
Yeah.
Dakota
Kai she was just like it was like the Bayley thing. Like when she turned heel, it's in the ring and on the mic, it took off to another level.
Well, she's a natural heel.
In my opinion, was top 3 from 2019 to 2021. No one was better than Io Shirai.
Shouts out to the
wait. Here for me. What about us, mother?
Yeah, shit. We did a whole panel. I sat next to her.
Live.
We see you in the airport. You ain't speak to us.
I saw her at WrestleMania. She was singing the Cody Rhodes on the timeline. I seen all.
I see you in the airport. You walk right past motherfuckers. Should say Black
Rash earlier in the chat made sense where like if she had stayed in WWE, what could she look like? Would she look like Jade Cargill? Like if they actually had signed her after the trial, what would she look like? Would she be like Lash Legend where there's a lot of potential? It's just not there.
It wouldn't have worked. Why?
She would have been Amari Miller.
She would have been a Christian Rock.
No.
Should have been
not with that body. Not with that body.
Jade Cargill
looks like Amari Miller.
Who looks like Amari Miller?
Jade Cargill.
The black screen on my phone because she had to get rid of her Twitter.
What I'm saying
is that what happened?
Jade Cargill is huge. Yes, that's funny. She's cut the fuck up, but she's also athletic, is what I'm saying. And I don't think, I don't know what they're gonna do differently than what they're doing with Bianca Belair with them. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like once Bianca came through, you figure that okay, this is the blueprint for all the athletic women.
Yes.
So you gotta break them away. Like Lash Legend is athletic, but she needs reps too.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, would she be if she had stayed in WWE? Would she be Lash Legend right now? Like you see it, you gotta wait.
I think that it would be bigger. I personally, because her star power is so big, like her presence, she demands presence when she's on even on Twitter. You gotta scroll back and be like, who this?
You have to.
Right.
But I don't know if it
in the Vince regime, no.
Cuz come in here.
But I think in the Trips regime,
what was your take on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill being in the same place?
That would be rough because first they're not gonna know how to there's not
Too
going to be
much.
enough nuance in the booking for them to be able to have two at the same time. And because Bianca's aptitude for it is so advanced, and she picks up to it,
What does
picks it up so
aptitude mean?
easily, like she takes to it easy.
Okay.
And because of that fact, it's gonna make Jade look crazy. It's somewhat making her look crazy, and they not in the same company now. Because they're up at the same time. They're both like phenomenal looking athletes. Actually, not phenomenal athletes.
Aptitude,
Period.
noun, a natural ability to do something.
Right. Born with it, basically. I think that Lash Legend we wouldn't be talking about Lash Legend if she was there. I think that they would keep them separately. They would keep them on separate brands. They would keep Jade because she's super new. They would keep her in NXT, and Bianca would be where she is, but they would keep them separate for sure. Because I think it would be too much.
No, aren't they kind of around that
It's
same
too much
class? 'Cause-
now. And they ain't even together.
I know.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
No, but I think they'd be in the same class because wasn't Lash Legend in the crowd during all the NXT COVID shows, and then started being on TV once?
No, that wasn't her.
She does
That
not
was,
look like
was-
like Jade Cargill.
That was Sasha Banks XXL.
Oh, Lennox.
Yeah, Ari Lennox.
Casey Lennox.
Sasha
Yeah.
Banks XXL.
With shout out to Rock. Yeah, I think that's the issue though. There is just Jade. Jade has a very, very bright spotlight on her, so they can't take their time with her like they probably should.
Yeah.
But the problem is when she steps in the building, everybody's eye is drawn.
That's right.
She's this big woman. And she's this big, attractive woman who is charismatic. The
And
problem
she's black.
is,
You can't not, you know what I'm saying?
but the
Look,
problem
you
is she
want-
got to get in that bell got to ring.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
bell?
It has to.
It rung when I saw her.
Not that bell.
Not the swollen limb bell.
But the relax. The thing,
Ding.
they're gonna have to get her off of TV.
How?
I don't know. You got to.
It
Is
wasn't
she on
one-
every week? Is she on every week?
No.
No.
But I think the thing is when she's not on, like there's already not a lot of women's stuff that happens, but when she's not on, I don't think there's a women's segment at all.
At
Oh
all.
my god.
At all.
Or it's like a random Serena Deeb match, but they don't touch.
No.